Okay, the time now is 9:26, and this video diary is trying to give evidence of the incredible story that my online experiences are controlled, the chats I try to get on online are controlled, text messages are controlled, and phone chats are controlled as well as Zoom. I know that's incredible. So trying to supply evidence of that is grief share if you have a history of how they would disconnect me when I was giving and sharing about the grief, about the abuse that the government has put me through. Evidence of that is another party that I just recorded and uploaded that was from a group chat, and I reached out to 10 parties and no one returned my call until I uploaded a video about that experience. So after I uploaded the video, then one person called, started an argument, and then another party called to behave odd. She said that she was available for sponsoring, but will not do that. Then with Community Transformation Church, another thing that I had involvement in and participation in was to have accountability partners. The first one would not be an accountability partner, so I asked for another one. She claimed that she didn't have a phone to communicate with me with. So I asked for another party to do it because that party would not help, and I was going through all this stress and could not get help with Midcoast and multiple other different avenues. So I asked for another party to be in my accountability partner that would also not do it, also wouldn't do it. So I'm trying to establish a pattern of mind games. I don't know if I said this because I've recorded this multiple different times. I kept making mistakes and re-recording. So another party with another church sent me about 15 pictures of a cookout. So at different times. And that was a bit excessive for a cookout, like 15 pictures. And a lot of times these parties' behavior would have me in tears, repeatedly over and over in torment. So some people would call me and tell me that they wanted to have help. So I'm so-and-so with so-and-so church, and I would be at the edge of my seat and say, yes, I want the help. And then they say, I'll call you back. Like the CPS worker, Chastity Chavez, that Rashida and Fella spoke of, said that, yes, I'm here. I would like to talk to you about your child. Yes, yes. And then she said, I'll call you back. And their alibi was that she had an error with calling me, and she actually meant to call another parent. And then after that, she meant to call the other parent, and she accidentally lost my number. I had a wrong number on file, so she never got back to me. It's actually really mind games, and I'm just trying to prove this amazing report. So I asked this person to be my sponsor, and it's really not happening. So I said, hello, how are you this morning? Do you know how to listen to the recordings of the phone meetings? I just called and I'm only able to listen to one most recent recording and not the others. So I went to the phone meetings and there's no one in it. So there's not phone meetings. I don't know if it's been altered or what's happening. So then I wanted to go to the recorded meetings since that wasn't happening when I called to try to listen to the meeting through the phone chat. So she's supposed to be a leader. And she claims that she don't know how to listen to the pre-recorded meetings. I can't listen to it through the phone, calling in on this group chat. And she says, I don't know how to do that either. Sorry, have a good day. So since she's a leader and she's always speaking about people, do you know anyone that may know? I know you said you have a huge network. Sweetie, I'm currently busy with my sponsor now. I don't remember saying that. Saying that I have a huge network. Have a good day. You didn't say those exact words. I'm sorry. I just thought you had a sponsor and multiple people in your circle. I apologize. That could be an assumption on my part. That was 9:04. It's 9:30. If you're currently on the line with your sponsor don't know how to listen to these pre-recorded meetings. Everywhere I turn, there's conflict. I'm just trying to expose that it is impossible for me to be the person that I like to be. It's an army full of people railroading me and violating my life. So we have my kids doing it. So they'll text me and then say something and then wait hours to respond. It's annoying that armies full of people do this and then ignore me. So we have community transformation, the Pastor Scott saying that it's slandering me and saying that real events didn't happen and demanding to talk to me while I'm uploading the videos, telling me to get my things. So since I know how I'm treated when my abuser's mad, I ignore him. And then, then I put in the descriptions what's going on and I get my devices ready to record them because all these armies full of locations shouldn't be letting the psycho control them. I know that's not realistic, so I'm prepared. So then he sits down and then, I said, is everything okay? Because I don't want to go to jail for trying to be at church. Then he states, don't talk to me. Sits right next to me and treats me like this. So then, after the church service was over, I have my device ready because I know that churches slander me and even let me get assaulted on church grounds and arrested for trying to attend church service and have a relationship with God. So nonetheless, he slandered me and saying that real and true events didn't happen. So then I realized that I've communicated with his wife and a witness that she witnessed the police department cover for crimes and that both of our devices were hacked. That everything that I'm saying is really true. So his wife has heard that several weeks ago. Then the party that's supposed to be my accountability partner, I sent the death threats to, and I said, I don't know what to do with this because law enforcement is not helping me. And he's threatening another false arrest. And multiple different parties, they did not give me an assistance. Anyone that they may knew or network to that was an attorney or anyone, a police officer, there's parties there that have relatives that are police officers. But they don't want me to have any kind of feedback or education or anything. And this has been a pattern for multiple different churches. And then I reminded her that I've already, informed the other party that I was getting these death threats. So I'm recording now and all these messages are coming in. It's a pattern. So then I informed her that, did you not communicate that with your husband? Because he's thinking that these are not real events. And he's blaming me for what the government has done. So then she was ignored me on that. I hadn't talked, she wouldn't respond. And that's serious, someone sending you death threats. And someone telling you that the police department covered for him. So then they had removed me from the group text with motivational things in it. Nothing happened. I didn't respond. I just listened to the motivation, read the motivational things. And I appreciated that. Someone knew it. And then they had the church remove me from the group text. Or my device is hacked and I just couldn't get them. So then I asked about the group text and nobody would really give me a response or answers. But they allowed me to be in the online text. Well, the online chat. And then after I reminded the pastor's wife about the death threats and the party that she spoke with saying that she witnessed police department cover for crimes and would not, and then tried to intimidate us by running our information to cover for him. So when I reminded her of that, while she didn't communicate with her husband, they removed me from the group chat online and then never spoke to me again. And I reached out to multiple different members and they all would not speak to me or respond. So now I'm not only getting the group text, I'm not involved in the group online chat. So now I guess he just shows off. So after I said that, no problem, you are correct. I do have a sponsor in a circle. Have a good day. I have to go for now. Thank you. So like in the past, I said that this would have me in tears, but after going through this an extended amount of time, I wish that I had rights to a life. I wish that I didn't have to be taunted by armies full of people like the person in this environment wanted me to repeat my story after I had just repeated it to Midcoast. Then she wanted me to repeat my story to get nowhere. She says, tell me what's going on. And then she said, then I'll try to get this counselor. You've been trying to get the counselor when he walked over here to distract and deflect. That was 3 weeks ago. What is the problem? If you think that that's the only avenue that you can help 3 weeks ago is to give me counseling for mental health treatment and you promise it's not in malice, because you promised that you wouldn't let a psycho abuser control you, I'm pretty sure that would carry consequences and charges if it were ever to be investigated. So 3 weeks ago, you stated that you came from nowhere and said that you wanted to help me when my abuser was mad to get mental health treatment. That's what you stated out your own mouth 3 weeks ago in malice. And it's impossible for you to get it. And then you say you want to help repeat this living hell to you. And then after I repeat the living hell, you'll see if they can help. I stated before I went over there, if people play mind games with me, I don't know the relevancy of coming to communicate this with you because I'm not quite sure where it will go. I said this. She states no. We want to help. Come to get nowhere. Okay, so the time now is 9:37. It is what it is.